just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. Perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Okay, what's flopping, everyone? I'm just uploading this quick. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Okay. Sonny, I meant to say, hey, congrats on freaking getting on yesterday or earlier today. I saw your comment. Congrats on, I guess, and with a good old username too. What was, you had to do another username the other day, I remember. I know a lot of people say Rumble can be tricky. I meant to text you too, Sonny. I gotta reply to you. Hold on. After the live. So holy crappers, we have shocking breaking news right now. Yeah, I know, Butter, I know. Oh man, Butter, I'm just uploading a reel on telling people to come to Rumble because of this shocking breaking news. So that's good. So listen to this. I can't even believe this is going on, man. There, okay, that uploaded. Boom, bang, bing. Yo, have you guys noticed like my videos? Did you guys see my video on the sun? Is this camera properly calibrated? Did you see my video on the sun, dude? Okay, so just so you know, hold on a second. We'll talk about this freaking plane stuff in a second. Just so you guys know, in 20 fucking 15 or 16, when I watched the video about how these ancient trees, these ancient, like Devil's Tower is actually an ancient tree stump, that like populated my mind for like months. Like it was so shocking thinking about, oh, so there's actually a shitload of ancient trees laying around the world. But only in the last like 3 months did I find out the story of who cut them down. Because in the documentary that went viral at the time called "There Are No Forests on Earth," and it was talking about how we don't live in forests. Like there's not forests; these are freaking little blades of grass compared to how big these ancient trees were. But in that video, he says who cut them down, like blah blah blah. But now what has been surfaced is that these ancient, like Devil's Tower and stuff, is not, there's not a mystery anymore about who or what cut it down. We're talking about officially the story in the book of Enoch, which is not scripture, but is a historical account, suggests, and maybe we weren't meant to know this right away, but now we know that allegedly, we know there was giants, right? Well, in the Bible, it says that the giants were like cannibals and they were not proper, like they were causing a shitstorm. So the story goes anyway, that God sent 200 angels to earth to cut down the trees because he was going to flood the earth and the giants would climb the trees and survive the flood. That is the story, okay? Now, did you know there's 200 known impact craters all over the earth? That it's shocking. There's exactly 200 impact craters that are like, we don't know what happened. Now, I don't know if that's angels, because I imagine an angel could just like teleport down here and just show up, but like boom, smashed into the ground. I don't know if they need to do that. But anyways, here's the crazy thing. NASA means to deceive. Satan, every letter for the word Satan is in NASA except the T. And my dad was shocked today when I told him this. What do they say when they launch the freaking rockets? What does NASA say when it's time to launch a rocket? T minus. And my dad goes, yeah, why the fuck do they say that? I said, it's an interesting coincidence, isn't it? And why would NASA like say they're Satan or whatever? Well, they're hiding in plain sight. Like, we are deceiving you. You are not, this is what some people think, on a spinning freaking ball. It's as described in Genesis, the first freaking page of the Bible that I picked up, that I inherited from my late father-in-law. The first freaking page. God made the firmament. And I love, too, that he gave us dominion over the animals, too. You don't need to feel bad about shooting a cow in the head to feed your fucking family for a year. I have friends who do that all the time. My buddy's got rabbits, he hunts, he's this, that. Another buddy has cows. I almost got a deer this year, but I had a buck tag. I didn't have a doe tag, so I couldn't shoot the doe that walked right up to my freaking blind, man. He was snorting at me and everything. I spooked him because he saw my eyes through the thing. I had the slat open. Anyway, we have dominion over animals, but obviously don't torture them. Like, these factory farms are messed up, but don't worry about being vegan, hurting animals. Like, I mean, we have dominion over them. Just take care of them. That's what we've done for a bajillion, or not a bajillion. I'm sorry. If we're also to take everything else I just said into account, we're talking 6,000 years old. Let me just say, an alternative to what we've been told, knowing that NASA lies, the moon landing was fake, and all this other bullshit, the alternative, which will take you a moment perhaps to come around to, but an alternative to what we have been told about where we live and how we live here and everything, is that we are actually on a flat surface in a realm that is covered with a dome that is 6,000 years old. And I know this is perhaps like, what the hell are you talking about? People are flat earthers, and people are globe earthers, and people are creationists, and people are young earthers. I'm pretty sure the earth is 6,000 years old, we're in a dome, and evolution is fake. And there's many people blowing the whistle on it, but it's actually a lovely thought. Like, if we like did some research and found out, oh, like, we're on a spinning ball and we're hurtling through space at a bajillion miles an hour, that's like, fuck, like, it's kind of eerie thinking like we're just this tiny speck floating around. But if instead it's like, no, God made us, put us here, we're in a dome, it's perfect, we can live here, we have animals to eat, food to eat, fruit grows freely, the sun fucking supplies everything we need, you know, we're in this perfect realm, it can all be made to work, and we're loved by our creator. Like, that is and I know someone's going to go, well, people think that because it's a comforting thought, when the reality is we're on a spinning ball hurtling through space and time. And I mean, dude, Stephen Hawking is fake. I don't know if you saw videos of the guy translating Stephen Hawking early on. Did you guys ever hear, please, someone needs to blow this out of proportion again and blow it into the public eye. In the beginning, before Stephen Hawking was hooked up to a computer, he would sit there and go, And the guy next to him would go, yes, and would translate for him and would go, yes, the time space continuum is of much concern because we have many different possibilities we must research. I'm not even kidding, dude. Dude, he's sitting there and going, and this guy is pulling out sentences, and then as Stephen Hawking's sitting there, he goes again and goes, literally the same tone, the same. He makes the same noises, and the guy goes on a different tirade of multiple sentences about like space and science. And this is where so much like freaking formulas and shit were discovered, was Stephen Hawking literally sitting there gimped, can't talk, but getting translated. And then once they hooked up to the computer, did anyone ever do any research? Like, to my understanding, right now, we don't. I mean, I'm sure in deep underground military bases we have it, but how was Stephen Hawking hooked up to a computer that like read his mind? Like, I know he had a keyboard there, but like he wasn't sitting there like typing what he was thinking. He just had like a computer next to him and would like grunt, and then the computer would say all this shit, which conveniently Darwinists and evolutionists and whatnot who believe in evolution and stuff, it totally fits the bill of like, yeah, we evolved. We were once actually a molecule, and once that molecule grew legs, or actually first it grew a tail. Like, listen to how fucking ridiculous this is. Like, I want to tell you guys, you were created by God. You were not a fish. I know, I don't know if I have to be the one to tell you, but you were created by God. You did not come from a fish. Furthermore, in our life, we have never seen a animal be born from we've never seen one animal species give birth or lay eggs to a creature that wasn't its own species. Like a dog has puppies, a freaking camel has baby camels. We've never seen an animal like lay an animal's egg that like, oh, the turtle is starting to evolve, like it's growing a new leg. Like, that shit doesn't happen. And so, yeah, exactly, Butterdog. So we've never seen evolution. And furthermore, there's be several different um, types of evolution that would have need to occur for us to be having evolved. You'd have to have like cellular evolution. You'd have to have molecular evolution. How do you get gold, silver, and platinum from hydrogen? This is what they say, like shit evolved. It was once just gas, and then the gas like formed. Like, it's ridiculous. If you actually think about it, it actually doesn't fucking make much sense. And I know some scientists, I'm already picturing fucking Milo right now. He's going, this guy, oh, I wish he would have talked about this stuff when I was making videos on him. But dude, really, we have been duped on such a massive scale. But this is a dupe that actually makes you feel good, because when you realize, damn, we were created. God knows and loves every damn one of us. We're not floating around accidentally in space from an explosion. Because here's the other thing that's shocking. I want to just explain to you why I think this and what has come to me. Because if 10 years ago you told me, yo, bro, we're not on a spinning ball, the earth is 6,000 years old, God is real and created us, I'd be like, I want to know why you think that. So I'm going to tell you, as like, if you listen to all the other shit I talk about, fluoride, GMOs, there's obviously this war against humanity and everything. If you want to know how I came to the conclusion that at 6,000 years old, it's flat and we were created, it's the fact that the establishment and the mainstream and everything is so blatantly rebelling against the natural world and God, and also pays immense credence to Satan all the time. And the NASA thing does crack this wide open. NASA, to deceive in Hebrew. T minus, Satan, NASA as, T minus. And it's not just that. If there was some corporation that its logo spelled Satan, it's like, whatever, dude. Like, shit happens. But the fact is that NASA is a spearhead of the idea that we are floating in space, which is in contravention to what God said happened, what the Bible depicts as to how things went. And also, evolution is diametrically opposed to the creation story. The creation story is we were created, it was 7 days. And another reason why I think it's young is because animals need plants to survive, plants need animals to survive. If plants evolved first, but bees didn't evolve yet, the plant's not getting pollinated and it would die. If animals came first and there were no plants, then they too would perish. So, but if the Earth was created in 7 days, and animals one day and plants the next day, well, shit, that adds up. They would be maybe hungry for a day, and then all of a sudden, and then their instincts get imprinted in them. Boom, they get created. I mean, it's beyond our comprehension even. And then furthermore, what, the age-old adage, what came first, the chicken or the egg? What came first? Well, a molecule slowly grew into a chicken, an egg, and then it grew into, and then it laid an egg. It doesn't make sense, dude. It doesn't make sense. And what does the education system, which is, you know, plastered with lies, what are they teaching us? That we evolved. It's a joke, dude. So the NASA thing cracked it open because it's not just that it says Satan in their logo and everything, and that they have serpents all over the Apollo mission patches. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Half of NASA's mission patches have like reptilians and reptiles all over it. The Garden of Eden, the serpent. I'm telling you, man. Listen, it's shocking. The fact that it's not just is that their logo is Satan, it's that their whole thing promotes evolution, random creation by an explosion. And by the way, again, Big Bangs, the Big Bang it was an explosion. And last time I checked, use your logic here. Explosions cause chaos, they cause distortion, and they cause destruction. The Big Bang, this is what my cousin, he says to me, because I'll tell you a story about him. But anyways, he goes, we're looking at my cat, Frank. This is like years ago. Frank's dead now. And we're looking at his eyes, his face. And it's like the crazy thing. You look at a cat's eyeballs and it's just incredible, like beautiful creature. And he goes, yeah, it's crazy that this thing came from an explosion, eh? And that's the first time I heard someone make that joke. Like, you look at something so divine. Like, I was looking at a freaking cougar, because we have cougars in Ontario. And fuck, man, cougars, I would rather face off with a bear than a freaking cougar. But I'm looking at this cougar's face and I'm going, look how beautiful this thing is. But did it come from a random, chaotic, accidental explosion? Like, logically, you wouldn't think that. And furthermore, when you look at a camera, the world's most powerful camera is like 50 some odd megapixels, or maybe it's 100 or something megapixels, at least that the public is able to use. And it has like Hitachi, Toshiba, like someone designed this camera. You would never look at a car and think like the wind could have blown elements into these shapes over billions of years and then like formed the engine and it be made. Like, clearly someone made the car. We have more moving parts and more cells than anything man-made. We have 50 trillion cells in our body, and each cell has its own purpose that it's supposed to do. To think that that came from an explosion, a random chance, is like literally retarded. Like, I'm sort of like, it does not check out, dude. It does not check out. The human eye, if you converted its abilities to, if you converted our eyeballs to megapixels, it's like 450, some huge number of megapixels that our eyeballs would be. But they want you to think it was random and it evolved slowly. And last I checked, it was that we came from a fish, right? The fish slowly climbed onto the shore and then over 1 billion years grew legs. There's another thing. There's a river, I think it's like the Mississippi or something, but there's a river somewhere that deposits a certain amount of sand at the end of the river every year. Every year, a certain amount of sand piles up. And they can calculate how much sand this displaces every year. This freaking river, when they calculate how far the banks have grown, and they calculate the years of the distance of this riverbank, it looks to be about 6,000 years worth of river moving soil and whatnot around, and they trace it back. So there's other things as to why people think it's actually closer to 6,000 years old. But I'll tell you, the mainstream is saying that 200 million years ago, it rained on Earth for 1 million years straight. This is like NASA's big find. Okay, listen, they don't know what the fuck happened in 1812, but 200 million years ago. This is another reason why this all connects, right? Evolution can only make, because we can't see any evolution and we can't barely fathom a billion years. They call the earth like billions of years, hundreds of millions of years, to make you go like, oh, I guess like shit really could have happened in all that time. Whereas, you know, so that people can fathom, be like, I guess like I'm only like 30, 40 years old. Like, I guess a billion years, like a lot of shit could change. Like, yeah, you could grow an arm in a billion years. So the notion of Earth being so old helps the Darwinists and the evolutionists' ideas. But if you, again, this all comes back. The world record IQ holder, the highest IQ in the world, by the way, confirms this. He became the highest IQ record holder. He's a fucking world record, smartest guy. He's Chinese. And he says Christ is king, and that the God is absolutely real, and that if you really get into the science of the earth and whatnot, it's unequivocal that there is a creator 100%. And there's one of them, by the way. There's a lot of false ones. We will talk about that. And this is why people don't talk about religion, because they go, but it's not religion. It's truth. It's spirituality, man. It's fucking being aware of what's going on. And then they say there's a moon on Saturn that rains diamonds. You know, that's another big find. NASA, man, they're cracking the code. There's a moon on Saturn that rains diamonds. Now, if we can only get there, but they wouldn't want to get there, because then diamonds, we've talked about De Beers, right? Diamonds, it's fake, like they're fakely expensive. Like they control the diamond supply. They're not rare at all. That's crazy, eh? But gold, you got to get gold and silver, man. Silver, all-time highs right now. Woo! Cheers. If you guys have any necklaces, count it up, dude, and do not get rid of your old gold. This is what they say. This is a marketing tactic. Get rid of your old gold. You know, that's a trick, eh? Old grannies going there, I got old gold. Gold doesn't get old. You got fucking gold. Keep it. It's true. That's a marketing point. Get rid of your old gold today. It's a total scam to get you in there, eh? Keep your freaking gold and silver, man. Gold teeth. That was a great one, too. People used to they would take your tooth out after you perish. They're keeping that gold, man. But anyways, yeah, man, don't believe the earth is millions and millions of years old. It's totally bullshit, man. It's totally fake. Rained a million years and raining diamonds and oh, okay, hold on. It would be, I might believe that no, that's not a sheep thing, Butterdog. You can buy a sheep for your soon-to-be wife. Buy a sheep. Actually, you should buy her a sheep too. You know, a man's wealth used to be measured in how many cows he had. Nobody owns a fucking cow anymore. Do you guys own cows? America used to be 75%, Canada too. 90% of people had animals, had livestock, grew their food, knew where the shit is coming from. And now no one knows how to piss in a freaking pot, man. I mean, so people don't know how to grow shit anymore. Don't even know how to shoot a cow in the head, like my friend does all the time, because he has cows and he eats them. You bring it out, give it a little handful of grain, pow. One bad day, not even a bad day. He didn't even see it coming. Boom. You got to get it in a good spot, though. You don't want to gimp out. That's another thing. You don't want to torture an animal before it dies. This is the problem with factory farms. It's basically tortured its whole life. It's shit. The energy, the vibrations, it's not good. But you should buy her a sheep, Butterdog. But yeah, diamond for your wealth, that's great, man. I mean, diamonds are still cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but they're just not rare, and they're like artificially priced. Like, they shouldn't be that expensive. There's so many of them. They're a bit less rare than quartz, but I mean, come on. But so my point is that, yeah, goats are good, but people say goat milk tastes fucking goaty, man. Whereas a sheep, apparently sheep's milk is like legit. But so my point is with NASA is that, oh yeah, I would sooner believe we're on the spinning ball flying around if we could see some genuine non-CGI, non-edited, non-fake green screen fucking pictures of Earth. Is that too much to ask? I would fully believe in a globe and all that. If we had like, how about some legit videos? Well, first thing, why the fuck can't we go back to the moon? If we went to the moon, how the hell are we not on the moon now? How is there not a Walmart on the moon? I'll say that again. There should be a Walmart. If we can get to the moon, there'd be a Walmart on it. Really? What happens when a astronaut who allegedly went to the moon says that we lost the technology to go to the moon? It really doesn't add up. We've gained all kinds of technology apparently, but we're not on the moon anymore. Why? Furthermore, all the images of Earth from space are CGI. They are totally fake. And NASA has been caught literally using frying pans as images of planets. It looks like here's Saturn, here's all these different planets, these weird planets. And you zoom into it, and a guy analyzed it, and he cross-referenced it, and it literally it's a cast iron pan. It's a rusty pan that they took a picture of through a circular lens, so it was perfectly circular. They're like, yeah, this is this crazy planet we just found. It's a freaking pan. And further, NASA, listen to this, okay? Because I want to hear someone. I mean, it's fun sometimes when people are like, no, like a bit of a debate. But listen, dear NASA believer, please explain in your own words why NASA, supposedly a space agency, owns one of the largest film sets in the world. Do you know that, right? NASA, on their property, is one of the largest film studio sets in the entire planet. No, in the entire world. Like sometimes you got to smack someone gently and say, "Hey, are we thinking today, or what's going on?" There's all these signs, but I know it's jarring. It's like I can imagine Sunny, for example. Sunny, she's been here for many moons on this earth, many more moon cycles than I have. How is it? I don't even know if she buys it yet. I don't know if this is gonna. She might go, I don't know. Are you telling me? Like, it's kind of a shocking thought to think about. But the other thing, and I know this is why flat earthers get super like fired up about flat Earth, is because if the Earth is flat, okay, that is the biggest lie ever, and that would absolutely crack the code and the deception and the spell on humanity, because it's like, oh, it's not. Hold on. I thought all these movies, I thought all these scientists, like I thought they were all smart, like I thought we're gonna glow. It's a big one, man. It's a big one. That's why they get fired up about it. Because yeah, if you were to find out that the biggest thing you ever thought you knew is actually fake, you'd be shocked. I think the moon is kind of a reflection of Earth, Butterdog. At least it reflect. Someone took the moon, inverted it, and like layered it on top of like a couple continents, and it does seem to line up. So I don't know if the moon is a reflection. It's definitely like an energy thing. I don't think I don't think you can go stand on it. Um, I used to think until I was 12 that it actually was made of cheese. Like I don't know why they taught that, but I did think that for a while. Yeah, the moon. I know. Apparently, the moon's a soul trap. I don't know about all that shit. You know what you do though? Whatever you don't know, you ask or pray for discernment and clarity. You do realize you have that power, right? You're thinking right now, for example, oh fuck, how am I going to pay that thing I got it next month? No, 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 no. You put your faith in that it's happening. You submit to it working out in your favor, and you change your mindset to everything that happens to you is good. You know that that's what you got to think, right? I don't care if someone freaking uh, keys your car. Everything that happens to you is good. If you think that, you unlock a different timeline, dude. You unlock a different timeline. If everything that happens to you, no matter what, is good. And what does it say? And this is lovely too, man. I'm just saying, this is the first time I ever picked up a Bible and actually read a few pages out of it. First thing, some of those revelations are crazy. It's like, if your wife is a quarreling, if your wife is brawling, it's better for man to be on the roof of the house than inside the house, or something like that. Like, if you're dealing with a quarreling wife, like get out. But anyways, one of the other ones that was crazy is every sentence in the Genesis one is like, everything was beautiful and everything was good. Everything is good. Everything's beautiful. If you adopt that mindset in general now, your life, I don't care what you believe in, but it will enhance. But whatever you do, don't mock. I wouldn't need to tell you guys not to mock God, but did you see the video I shared today of the guy who mocked God? He's like mocking the Lamb of God on stage. Everyone was cheering and laughing. Then he loses his voice. He's like, fuck, like slapping his neck. He's drinking water, trying to get his voice back. He doesn't get his voice back. And then the audience is laughing at him. So at first they're cheering him, then they're laughing at him. And he got silenced. So I mean, they say he's merciful, but don't mock him. I like that, man. That sounds like badass. Like, just don't fucking mock him, man. But my point about changing your mindset and all this is that when you think everything that happens to you is good, it's not just like an optimistic, willy-nilly, like positive bullshit thing. It's like a neuroscience thing. It's a vibrational frequency thing. Like you attract what you put out is what you get back. So if you're walking around saying everything's beautiful, everything's good, my car got flat tires, that's good, because it stopped you from being on the road at a time that you would have got hit by the semi truck with the illegal immigrant driver who's killing people. Just kidding. That is fucked up though, that a lot of those crashes are happening with people without proper licenses. But I'm saying like everything has a defined purpose as to why it happens. So you need to start thinking everything is good. And I could go on about all the types of examples, but you got to think that. Now, the other thing I will say that assists this, and again, this comes to science, modern science. What are they doing? They're telling you, listen to what I'm just about to say, because this is how you need to frame it for your parents, for your uncles, even though hopefully all of you guys have a crazy uncle who's like the one who's the black sheep, like he's woke, he knows what's going on. They want you to think that a chemical that melts the road is good for you in small doses in your drinking water. They think you are they really do think you're stupid. They think you're a useless eater, actually. Fluoride melts the road, and it happened in Brockville, Ontario in 2016. A fluoride truck carrying fluoride crashed. It melted the highway. They had to repave it. It eroded it, corroded it. And they didn't mention in the news article that fluoride, that was a fluoride chemical that was going to a water depot to be put into your water supply. That's what they think really. So I don't care how much bullshit of fluoride, it's naturally occurring, like it's for your minerals, it's your bones. Like that's all bullshit. It fucking melts the road. It's toxic. It's a chemical byproduct. If you drank it, you die. I don't want to fucking drink it in low doses in my water. That's it. We need to just have that attitude with the bullshit we don't want. I mean, it's that simple. But the reason for that chemical specifically, it's one of the most nefarious plots on, I don't even know, do they even fluoridate the water in half the world? It's seemingly mostly Western countries. It's like, actually not even Europe. Europe banned the shit. It's Canada and the US. And they dump this chemical in the water because, of course, they want your pineal gland calcified. Because your pineal gland is the seat of your soul. It's your connection with your physical body and your soul. It's your psychic center. It's your intuition. It's the most important spiritual. You want to talk about spirituality? I don't care how much you know about Michelle Obama and her secret. Okay, I don't care. You know, if you're still calcified, and that's not a judgmental thing, but I'm saying like, you can know all this crazy stuff, the Vegas shooting, the this, that, and the other, but like, you don't want to cap your awareness and your vibrational boosting experience on this earth by knowing about these crazy policies and politicians and bullshit, but you're still drinking Monster. Or your the showering in fluoride thing. Like people don't realize how much fluoride you actually absorb and chlorine when you shower in tap water. It's something that needs to be constantly detoxed. And this is the problem that most people, today, if you're not actively detoxing, you are accumulating. And with the microplastics and all this stuff, it's clearly, again, a rebellion against the natural world, a rebellion against God, because it's to weaken us and to lower our true power and whatnot. I did want to mention before I didn't even talk about the planes yet, this shocking breaking news about the freaking planes. You guys will be blown away. I did want to mention though, we are doing something I don't think we've done in like half a decade. I think it's been 5 years since we did anything like this. You guys have seen me talk about Chalk before in my stories and on Instagram, obviously. I've worked with them since 2019. For Chalk Friday, not Black Friday, which is satanic, Chalk Friday, to help everyone get a freaking amazing deal and start detoxing and decalcifying their pineal glands. This is stuff I use every single day. We have chocolates every single day. This is the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. And Chalk is giving this and another thing away free in people's orders valued $150. So this is $100 organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which stimulates stem cell production, super detoxing. Cacao is one of the top foods for your pineal gland, they say. Decalcifies, is full of antioxidants. It's freaking delicious. Heavy metal tested. Don't eat any kind of chocolate or cacao if it's not heavy metal tested. They find out it's full of freaking heavy metals. It's got organic Ceylon cinnamon in it, organic vanilla bean powder. It's freaking amazing, delicious. Half of you guys on here probably already tried it and are drinking it. You'll love it. We're giving away free bags of the chocolate powder and free 7 Wonders, which is the adaptogenic mushroom blend that has chaga in it. And the chaga is something known as one of the top pineal gland decalcifying superfoods in the natural world. It has the highest antioxidant content in the natural world, and they're giving that away for free. So this is the way the deal works. It's first come, first serve. I just sent the link to the chat. Make sure you click that link, even if you think you don't want a superfood, because superfoods are scary. Click that link because you want to make sure you get access to the articles on Chalk, which expose a whole bunch of stuff you'd be freaking shocked about. Some of it we can't even post on Instagram. Cindy's, I'm about to talk about the planes in 2 seconds. So Chalk is doing this deal. That discount code, the 60 Life, this is the way the deal works. If you go to chalk.com and you add any supplement or bundle to your cart, I'm talking the Chad mode, for example. If you're listening to this right now and you've ever had an energy drink you need to try the Chad mode. It's a natural energy drink / pre-workout. It has 150 milligrams of organic caffeine per scoop, cold water extracted from green coffee beans. It has organic blue spirulina in it, which, by the way, most caffeinated beverages, it's synthetic caffeine. They grow the caffeine. It's fake caffeine. This is legit. Cold water extracted green coffee beans, organic. Freaking amazing. But the blue spirulina in the Chad mode is also considered to be one of the most pineal gland decalcifying superfoods. It's a fucking detoxer. It's a binder. It binds to heavy metals, phthalates, microplastics, pesticides, and excretes it out of the body. So the Chad mode you have to try. 60% off for life. That's the discount code 60life. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. And automatically, if you get a single supplement or product at chalk.com with that code, 60% off, you get a free $60 bottle of the Chalk 7 Wonders, which is the adaptogenic mushroom blend, which has chaga, lion's mane, turkey tail, cordyceps, oyster, reishi, and maitake mushrooms in it. It's freaking amazing. You're going to love the 7 Wonders. Free if you get a single thing. But if you go crazy and you get any stack, which like the male stack, the female stack, the performance stack, which has the Chad mode and the Tomcat, and the Action 2.0, which I have my dad taking for heart health. This is the #1 heart health supplement at Chalk. I got my dad taking it because unfortunately he got the you-know-what. I don't know why the fuck he did it. I told him not to. I was pissed off. But it's everything is good. Everything is good. Remember, everything's good. There's some reason for it. I don't know. But I got him taking the Action 2.0 to make sure the old ticker there is running just smoothly and great. It supports healthy blood flow, blood oxygenation. It's got rhodiola rosea in here. By the way, we have a shitload of clinical studies you couldn't even read. There's so many of them. You'll be shocked at how scientifically researched Chalk is. But if you get a male or female or any stack, you get a free $100 bag of chocolate powder and a free 7 Wonders included in your order. $150 worth of freebies if you get a stack, and you're getting 60% off for life. So you'd kind of be nuts not to like go a bit crazy, because most people are on like a 20 or like 15% lifetime discount. 60% off for life, dude. That means you could get a stack for the price of a single bottle of Shilajit. You're getting 3 things. You're getting 2 free things. You're getting 3 things you're paying. It's insane, dude. So make sure you use that code 60life, any subscription or bundle. And by the way, the one thing that's very important and shocking is that the Tomcat Ali, which is in the male stack, and I have it right here. It's one of my favorites. It boosts, just so you know, and then we'll get back into NASA. It boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. And it increases sperm count, sperm motility, mental clarity, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. And it's wild crafted. And most Tomcat, just so you know, is farmed in China. Ours is wild crafted from Malaysia. And you know what? Even let's say you're like, oh, I'm Black Friday out, man. I'm Chalk Friday out. You should, I don't mean to say you should, but one would be very beneficial to like look up the benefits of Tomcat Ali. It's freaking insane. Like, it's a natural thing. God made it, dude. Or did it fucking evolve? Like, who believes in evolution anymore, man? Like, I'm getting rid of that bullshit. And then what do you do about dinosaurs? That's fake as hell too. Like, these are the things we need to be discussing, because why do we believe in dinosaurs? Because of Jurassic Park. Because they found old dragon bones they call dinosaurs. Like, it's fucking fake, dude. There were no dinosaurs. There were giants. And there was there was dragons. The Chinese people, go talk to an old Chinaman. He'll tell you, yeah, dragons, what do you mean? Why do you think China is all about dragons? They got dragons everywhere. It was the land of the dragons. Marco Polo went there. He came back and he said that they had great serpent beasts yoked to chariots. Like, they treated them like horses. I don't know if they breathed fire, but that would be extremely fucking cool if they did. But at least a dragon was legit. What happened to them, though? Why did all the dragons disappear? Did they eat them, kill them all? I don't know. But there was dragons. Marco Polo saw them, and he wrote about it in his book in 1492 when he went to China. So only a couple hundred years ago, there was dragons walking around. And they were big, dude. Like, make no mistake. We're talking, you've seen a Komodo dragon? Forget about that. Picture like a Dodge Ram 3500 that's lifted with a Carly suspension system that is deleted. The emission system is removed from it. So there's none of that emissions bullshit. Picture that as the dragon. Like, I'm talking huge. Marco Polo said it. So are we smarter than Marco Polo because we think we saw Jurassic Park and that all these were actually dinosaurs, not dragons? I mean, come on, man. We got to use our thinking caps. Holy shit. Congratulations to, shout out to Aloha, dude. Shout out to Aloha, dude. I was talking about you earlier today, actually, on the previous live. Yeah, there definitely, Kyle, you're right. There probably is still dragons past the ice walls. Which, by the way, if you guys want, we should do like one day like a crowd fund to go past the ice wall. But the thing is that you won't be able to, man, unless human freedom is fully restored in this realm. They're not going to let you go there, even if you got all the money in the world to drive a boat up there and you got all the supplies and everything. You're not allowed. Like, you cannot go. And they have sophisticated surveillance like technology out there. They got floating buoys that have sensors and surveillance. Like, they'll know if you're out there, whether you're in a boat or a plane. I don't know how that freaking guy landed, by the way. You saw the guy got arrested for landing in Antarctica, but he did break like several aviation laws. But he did land in Antarctica, but like at the one runway that there is, which is like the one place you can also go visit as a normal person on like a cruise. It's like 20 grand. You take off from Argentina, you go on a cruise ship, it drops you off, you look at some penguins, it's chill, you come back. They don't. In fact, hold on a second. Shut up and listen to me for a second. This is a perfect example of listen. Where are the voyages of people circumnavigating Antarctica? If Antarctica is this continent at the bottom of the globe where you're upside down, surely someone's like, shouldn't there be a cruise where you can go around Antarctica? Boats can be at sea for months at a time. It shouldn't take that long. Why doesn't someone go around Antarctica? They go to one spot on this one chunk of ice and they say that's Antarctica. I think that's a part of the end of the realm. And then you know what I was thinking too? If we are in this dome, which we are, and we're not billions of years old, we're 6,000 years old, and there's a firmament and everything. You know, you ever played a video game and you get to like the edge of the map and like the graphics just drop off, or like you fall through the map? I'm not talking about falling off the edge of the earth, because that's a bullshit thing that no one ever thought that. No one ever thought that you're going to fall off the edge of the earth. No one thought that. That's a scam that they make it to seem like people of the past were like stupid and didn't know how the world worked. Meanwhile, the old world calendars was based on the moon cycles, something you can actually tangibly create a calendar from, something that's natural that has to do with the earth. Whereas the new calendar is all over the place. You got a skip year, a leap year, fucking 31 days, 28 days. It makes no sense. Whereas the moon cycles is 28 days, 13 months. Boom. And it's the same day every month. Every day would land on the same day of the month every year. Boom, bang, bang. It would all be perfect. But we got this Gregorian calendar that, and let me just tell you how the deception goes even deeper. And I'm going to fuck this up, but September, October, November. Sept is usually, hold on, let's do oct. Oct is 8, right? But October is the 10th month. October. November, Nov. You see what I mean? October should be 8, but it's the 10th month. They move shit around. They move the dates around. We don't even know what real day it is. Someone joins the live. What did this guy just say? It's fucking Friday, bro. No, I know it's Thursday. Is it Thursday? What day is it? Oh, it is Friday. See, in another world, you guys are partying tonight. You're drunk, you're drinking, you're smoking cigs, you're fucking partying. But here we are, sober October, thinking to ourselves on a Friday night about our nature of our reality that we live in now, and who wants to decalcify their peanut butter. Congratulations to Michael. If Michael is listening or he has a Rumble account, he can comment right now. Shout out to Michael, who just ordered a male stack and a Chad mode. Congratulations to Michael. So he just got the Chalk Daily, which is the #1 supplement for men, which boosts total testosterone 21% in 90 days, plus sperm count, sperm motility, muscle mass, muscle recovery, brain function, stimulates the production of new brain cells. That's the Shilajit that's in there. And the female stack also does that too, because it has Shilajit in the female stack. Our Shilajit, by the way, is hot water purified and clinically studied. Most Shilajit is watered down, diluted, full of microplastics, and 20 to 30% water. So our Shilajit is profoundly much better than the tar resin stuff. You don't want the tar in a jar, get the hot water purified stuff, and that's clinically studied. So congratulations. So Michael got the male stack. So that's the daily. That's the Tomcat, which again, I already told you how amazing Tomcat is for male testosterone, hormones, brain function, energy, muscle mass, muscle endurance. And then the third supplement that he got that is just quite escaping my reach right now is the ashwagandha. And our ashwagandha, it's no joke, dude. This is another thing that we should have herbal knowledge. You know how I can show you 100 corporate logos and you pretty much know each one of them? But if I showed you like 10 different leaves, you wouldn't know what the fuck tree they belong to. Listen, um, ashwagandha is an herb that you need to know about, but do not go buy it on Amazon. For the love of God, do not buy ashwagandha on Amazon. Most of it is farmed in China. Most of it is fake. Half the supplements on Amazon aren't even real. It's parsley. Actually, that would be generous. It's probably fucking grass. It's probably sawdust. You don't even know. The ashwagandha from chalk is wildcraft or certified organic. It's much more potent, has way more bioactive compounds than conventional ashwagandha. It has 43 clinical studies. It is pro-fertile. It massively increases melatonin production naturally in convention with your natural circadian rhythm. So like it doesn't just boost your melatonin midday, you're tired. No. It based on your circadian rhythm. The important part about that is listen to this. Listen. Wi-Fi, cell towers, smart meters, wireless devices disrupts melatonin production. Melatonin, when you get enough of it, when you sleep, your cells rejuvenate and restore massively. It wouldn't be so bad if we were exposed to microplastics, pesticides, heavy metals, and all this crazy stuff if we were getting a good sleep. But most people's sleeps is disturbed by these non-native electromagnetic frequencies. So it's a multifaceted attack. Let's poison them and fuck their sleep up with these frequencies that they can't even see. So if you're taking ashwagandha, you're getting a way better sleep, which means more of your cells rejuvenate overnight, which I would say, but I don't know that I can actually fully say this, but like if you were healthier for a long time, don't you think you'd probably live longer? But I don't know if I can say like chalk, like live longer with chalk, but like, fuck, I mean, if you're taking a bunch of superfoods, detoxing, like you probably will do all right. But anyway, so the ashwagandha is in the male and female stack and it's organic and it's amazing and I love it. And in the female stack, you have the shilajit, the ashwagandha, and the wild-crafted Irish moss. And last thing on Irish moss, first thing and last, the vast majority of it is farmed in the Caribbean. It's full of microplastics, and it's unfortunate for you. Ours is wild-crafted from Nova Scotia. Full matrix of minerals, rebuilds your DNA, and boosts your lung function massively. But all I need to say is this, 60% off for life using the code 60life. Do not pay full price when Chalk's doing a Chalk Friday deal. This freaking crazy. 5 years ago, they used this discount code. They never done it again since. CHOQ.com, coupon code is 60life. Apply that ASAP, smash that freaking coupon code into your cart, watch the discount appear. It's amazing. And stock up, man. And get some freaking Chad mode too. You'll be shocked. I don't even go anywhere without my Chad mode. I mean, you literally are shocked when you take it. You don't. And it's not just the taste. Like, I love its taste. I could take it straight. People like it with orange juice. Don't put it in milk, obviously. It's got lemon juice, organic lemon juice powder, and organic tart cherry juice. Like, it's freaking good. It's delicious. Start with one scoop. It's freaking powerful stuff, man. And this glue bag on TikTok was like, this company like dropped this new pre-workout and it's like super underdosed. Because if you're looking at conventional pre-workouts, it's full of freaking crud, man. It's got synthetic caffeine, but what they do is they boost. They say like 300 milligrams of caffeine per scoop, and because it's synthetic, you actually need that much to like get a hit from it. Whereas the organic cold water extracted from green coffee beans caffeine that's in the Chad mode, you don't need no synthetic. 150 is enough. You do not need more caffeine per scoop in the Chad mode. It's freaking amazing. And everyone's going to ask you, and can I just say one thing? How hilarious it is. Hold on a sec. It's called Chad mode. It has a picture of the internet meme Chad. Like, it's fucking hilarious. This is a work of art, dude. Like, this is hilarious. And it's legit. And it's all certified. Look, it's yes, certified organic caffeine. They got a write up on it. Like, it's freaking dope. Imagine this on your headboard or on your hearth. Come on. 60% off for life. Make sure you use that code ASAP. Congratulations to Michael, dude. You're going to be stoked. But anyway, so NASA, man. So picture this for a second. Just picture it, because I know it's a bit shocking, but I'm really into this right now. One hand tells you, and this is a hand that has lied to you many times, the official narrative. We're billions of years old. We evolved. We're on a ball. And even though, and somehow, I mean, there's so many bullshits about it. 93 million miles away. The moon's 270,000 miles away, or 400,000, whatever. They're the exact same size. Like, we're just in this perfect cosmic zone where, like, if we were a bit further from the sun, we'd be frozen to death. If we were a bit closer to the sun, we'd be burnt. Like, the odds are just so low. You need to fathom, like, it's not odds. It was intentional. Like, we were created, not on a ball. But So picture this: the one hand that lies to you all the time says that you are on a spinning ball and all this. On the other hand, and this is where it gets exciting. On the other hand, God literally made you, dude, and he loves you. And he made this realm for you, and he gave you dominion over animals. So don't feel bad about killing a chicken and eating it. And you just thank it, like, and this realm's perfect for us. It can be made to work so well, but there's some evil in it that we got to deal with that's trying to mess us up and try to mess with us and try to lower us. And that evil is also promoting that there is no God. Because what would, if you were an evil genius, like let's say you were Dr. Evil, um, let's say you were Dr. Evil and you were trying to manipulate a whole world, you would not want your constituents, your subjects that you want to enslave, you would not want them to think that an all-powerful God made them. Like they would not, that would mess up their chokehold they got on you, man. So instead, you remove God from the education system and you infiltrate the Christian and stuff schools, which, yes, there's Christian schools you can go to, but they still teach evolution. They said, yeah, God created things, but there was evolution. So they've infiltrated all aspects of the education system to promote this theory, this situation that's going on. So it's very interesting, man. And yeah, that's true. Aloha Patriot. That's one question that I have not seen anyone really debunk. Like, if the Earth, like, if you take their story, we're hurtling at tens of thousands of miles per. Which, by the way, hold on a second. How we've taken so many things at face value. How is it possible someone sitting on Earth could determine, like, how could they measure Earth is flying at 40,000 miles an hour right now? Like, it's like, what did he go to space and point like a speed radar gun that the cops have at the Earth? But even then, it wouldn't make sense because you're floating in space behind it, like you're trailing it. Like, it doesn't even make sense. How are they supposed to? Where'd they come up with the Earth is spinning so fast and flying through space so fast? How do you even measure that? It's all bullshit. And remember, NASA has the biggest film studio in the freaking world on their property. I'm gonna go live on Instagram. Ever shoot a shotgun in space? That's what I thought. I don't know, really. I don't get the joke fully, but I do think that's crazy. Like, that is a shocking thought. Hold on a sec. Hold on. I'm gonna save this for later. But yeah, and then the other thing is, oh, please, someone, and I'm not like looking to talk to an echo chamber here. Like, if you have alternative theories, you can surely share them. Like, but here's my point: is like, okay, so a car pushes. Let me just go live on Instagram quick to talk about this because this is where it gets a bit shocking. Um, by the way, apparently, like, there's a shitload of people on the site right now. Michael just ordered. Someone else just ordered a Shilajit, by the way. Congratulations to who just ordered a Shilajit. You are getting a free $60 bottle of the Chalk 7 Wonders included in your order. So congratulations to who just got the Shilajit. Make sure you apply the discount code 60life. Do not pay full price when that discount is active. We haven't turned this code on apparently since 2019. It's been, I mean, come on. And apply that to any subscription or bundle. If you get a male or female stack or any stack, you get a free $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which will populate your countertop and quickly be depleted. You'll eat it so fast, you'll drink it, you put it in everything. It's so freaking amazing. And I'm not joking about that. Like, it's not, if it was pure cacao, just cacao, have you ever tried to put cacao into like hot water? It's like clumpy and all that. Dude, they've mastered this freaking formula. Organic coconut milk powder, organic Ceylon cinnamon, organic vanilla bean powder, real salt, a pinch of it, like, brings out the flavor. Salt is so impeccable for everything, man. I love salt. Salt, man, it's an incredible thing. Like, you need it. You die without it. Anyways, and so it's premiumly put together, dude. It's freaking delicious. And I met this lovely lady at the farmer's market who never met me in real life, but then ordered chalk, was buying chalk, had followed me on Instagram, loved the lid, saw me in person, and was like, yo, I take chalk. And I was like, oh, that's dope. And then, so it's so cool. You meet people in real life who are taking chalk. It's incredible, man. And there's a lot, man. Like, look at Sunny. Sunny goes places. Her whole friend group takes chalk now. The last I heard, Copper Rock, the guy sitting there with a mountain of chalk behind him. You think when all of his veteran buddies come over, he's not telling them, "Yo, we need to detox, man," because they gave us the shots in fucking when we were in the military. I know. Okay, so hold on. Let me quickly shout out the live on Instagram. I know. By the way, Copper Rock, you don't need to hide it, man. I know I just cracked you a smile, man. I know you just smirked, man. And I love how Aloha Patriot always puts he puts freaking cayenne in his lid. He's one of those guys. He puts spicy hit in the lid. You know what I had the other morning? Hot water, lemon, and cayenne pepper. Oh man. Did I say paprika that he put in? No. Yeah, cayenne. Anyway, that'll freaking they call it like a hot shot, man. Like it's like hot, spicy, burning, activates you. That's a good one too. With my chocolate, obviously. um title. On the title on Instagram is the Earth 6,000 years old? Is the Earth actually 6,000 years old and in a dome? People will think I'm joking, man. Wait till they hear it. Like, if you believe NASA, you believe a space agency that has the largest film studio on their property in North America. You guys know that, right? NASA has one of the biggest film sets in the entire world. And they have 60-foot deep swimming pools with a fake space station in it where they train, and it's lined with green screens. Stephen Hawking, we need to talk about. Listen, dude, Eric, what's up, man? Shout out to Eric, man. The guy's cranking out great posts. Shout out to Eric. Nice check mark too, man, but forget about that. I like your work, man. Shout out to Eric. On one hand, the people who have lied to you since you were born say that we're on a spinning ball. We evolved from fish and single-celled organisms, and there is no creator, there's no God, and we're a random chance. The other side of the coin, which was depicted in the Bible, the earth was created in 7 days. It's a dome, there's a firmament, and it's 6,000 years old. I'm just saying, if you believe NASA and Stephen Hawking, who, by the way, you have to see what the hell they did with Stephen Hawking when he first became he's Stephen Hawking. Look, he's a genius. And he's sitting there in a chair and he's going like this. Listen to me. Before he was connected to the computer, Stephen Hawking would sit there and go like this. He would be leaned over, gimped, and he would say, and the guy sitting next to him would translate his grunts. Like he sounded like fucking Chewbacca. And he would go, oh, so now he's talking about, so the translator would go, Stephen Hawking goes, whoa. The guy goes, oh, so yeah, quantum physics. So you got to understand that like evolution is very important in space. We got to study space and blah, blah, blah. And he's pulling like sentences out of a grunt of this guy who's laying there. I mean, dude, I will say it is shocking. Shout out to Zimbabwe, man. Yo, shout out to Africa because I made a post on TikTok. I got to tell you this on I don't want to talk about this here, but we're on Rumble right now. We have 100 people watching on Rumble right now. We're talking about the true shape of the earth, where we actually came from, who we were created by, how much they love us, and Africa, because you just brought it up, Zimbabwe. And we're talking about also the crazy thing. Yes, we have heavy metal tests. Dude, good question. Garbage deplorables. Hold on. Didn't I follow a guy called that? Is that like a reference? I've seen a page that was named that. We regularly flex that the chocolate powder that Chalk is giving away for free today for the Chalk Friday special is heavy metal tested, whereas the vast majority of cacao is full of heavy metals, full of lead and stuff. It does matter big time, dude. Oh my god, his freaking username and his profile picture. Oh man. Okay, so listen, we're live on Rumble right now. It's at the link in my bio. It's free to join. Holy shit! Hi from Japan. I was just thinking today, do I have any, like, if I have any Chinese people who follow me, any Japanese? Do you guys, I don't know if you guys use Instagram in freaking Japan. That's awesome. Shout out to Japan. I love Japan. I know if I walked through Japan, they wouldn't let me leave. They'd be pulling me into every house to feed me freaking ramen and all this stuff. They're so nice. I love Japan, man. The samurai. The samurai. I know something about Japan I'll never say on here that if you're Japanese, you'd be stoked about. But if you're, you'd be flustered. Japan has got something crazy going on. And the Illuminati wants to sink Japan into the ocean, by the way. I don't know if it's the first time you heard that, but they want to get rid of Japan. And isn't it interesting that Japan has these shocking policies that are making their birth rates fall off of a fucking cliff? Shocking. Anyways, everyone come to Rumble. It's at the link in my bio. It's free to download, free to watch, and free speech. I want to talk to you guys there where we can say things and I don't have to worry about biting my tongue. I've gotten strikes for lives on Instagram before, so I don't do it too much. I just do it to announce we're live on Rumble. Okay? Much love, everyone. Danny, congratulations, who just got some chalk to the UK. Shout out to Danny, man. He just ordered. Guys, we are giving away a ton of free chalk, by the way. So if you're interested in superfoods and decalcifying your pineal gland and boosting your brain function massively, come to Rumble. We're giving away free chalk. Come on. And I want to see like Sean and all you guys over there. So anyway, it's at the link in my bio. Hope to see you guys on Rumble. All right. Much love. Stephen Hawking thing, man. I got to show my dad that. Every once in a while I go, like I show my dad something. I can see when the gears turn in. And I say, well, the thing that shocked him the other day was, well, I told him the NASA thing, NASA, T minus, yada, yada. I told him all that. And he's like, you know, that is fucking weird. Like the odds of it, the gears were going, I don't know if that really adds up. Like, why would NASA do that? But yeah, so then this is the hilarious thing about this 3i Atlas coming around. Space is fake. Nothing's coming. It's all fake. So whatever they're saying, some spacecraft is approaching us, it's totally not real. So what they're doing is setting the stage for, oh, aliens, fuck. And then they're going to do some control system like, we need digital IDs to make sure you're not an alien. Like, I don't know. They're going to pull something out of it. Every crisis, they try to gain something from it. Every crisis, they got to do something to increase their power and control, right? So, I mean, that's what's going on. Kyle, you should try to do like a weed detox, man. I mean, not I'll say you should. I see you perfect as you are, and everything is good. But I used to smoke weed all the time a long time ago. It's been like, I don't know, 8 or 7 years now. But I liked when I stopped, you get a bunch of different hormones going in your brain, man. That get suppressed from like overstimulation with weed. But I'm not judging you. Like, I mean, it's better than, you know, if you were like a veteran with PTSD, like, yeah, you should be smoking weed, not taking frickin' oxys or whatever they give them, like painkillers or mind dump numbers and everything. That's shocking. It's obviously an herb that has some purpose that God made, or did it evolve from another plant? How do you get a pine tree from a dandelion? How did a plant evolve into a tree? It's unfathomable. It doesn't make sense because it's not real. It's fake. Evolution is fake. Oh, really, Sonny? I should have been careful. Well, I mean, that's okay. See, I'm glad I'm not supposed to be in an echo chamber on here. Because I don't believe in space, and I would love to be proven wrong. Dude, if there was space, that would be so cool. We could go to another planet and explore it. Like Avatar, we could find a new planet and bulldoze the biggest tree on that planet. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, fuck, I love the idea of space. It's cool. It's like, whoa. But all the images and pictures and shit that we see from there look fake. They are fake. They're CGI. They're AI. They admit. NASA admits. Did you know? I asked ChatGPT, which I don't like using, but I just asked them one question. I said, does NASA use CGI in their images? And it gave me a whole explanation. Yes, all their freaking images of other planets use either CGI or composite images to like share a concept that they don't necessarily have a picture of. Like if they want to get you to picture what this planet looks like, they use CGI to like make it. But then how do they know what the planet looks like that they're trying to show you looks with their CGI? Like it doesn't make sense. So I would be happy if there was space, but if we are to believe that we were created, we do have a couple. Let me tell you one thing, by the way. You know Genghis Khan, right? No one disagrees that Genghis Khan existed. No one questions his existence. Do you know how many references, do you know how many sources there are for the even existence um, of Genghis Khan? There is like 4 historical texts that mention the notion of someone like Genghis Khan. Do you know how many historical references there is to the story of what happened to Jesus? Tens of thousands. Like, words spread. This guy rose from the dead, and there was a crazy storm when they killed him, and the Shroud of Turin and the Tilma of Guadalupe, like all this stuff. So my point is, though, if we're going to believe in that, we should also kind of look at what does it really say in there about it was created quickly and it's a dome. It didn't mention there's space out there. It didn't mention there's a fucking bunch of planets floating around out there. I think that some people think stars are. Oh yeah, because Aloha brought it up. If the Earth is spinning so fast, woo, spinning, spinning, and moving through the universe, through space, the constellations have stayed the same for thousands of years. You do realize that, right? Constellations have stayed the same for thousands of years. Some say, Aloha says, say what you said again, Aloha, about the constellations being like the same as day one. You know that would be impossible if the Earth was spinning and flying and hurtling through space at thousands and thousands of miles an hour, right? Even a mere centimeter out of distance in one direction or another would change the constellations. You know that. So the constellations aren't changing. What would so either the constellations aren't changing because everything's moving in exactly the 1 billionth of 1% possibility that like the Earth is moving, flying through space randomly, and all the other stars that make up our constellations are also like moving at the same time with us from apparently light years away. Or, as described in Genesis, it's a dome, and the stars, I don't know if it says the stars are angels, and I don't know if I believe that yet, but the alternative is that we're on a fixed spot and the constellations stayed the same because they stay up there on the dome, past the firmament, through the firmament, or whatever. Really, which one do you believe? I'm wondering. I mean, do you think we're hurtling through space? I don't see anyone say. But my point is to Sonny. That's why I don't know about an alien spacecraft like coming towards Earth, or just in general the notion of past the firmament. Like, because every time I see a rocket launch, it looks like they hit a frickin' it looks like they're skimming across water. If you've seen when they get to the top, the apex of their trajectory, which always curves back down, by the way. In fact, hold on a second. When they launched the Apollo missions that apparently went to the moon, like who was filming the rocket? And did it eventually just disappear from view? Or did it curve? Because that's what they always do. You always see the rockets always curve. Did they curve out of view? I should check that. By the way, congratulations to Mr. Where is he there? Lokito, who just freaking ordered something crazy. Congratulations to I think, yeah, Lokito, who got a stack, I believe. Let me double check. I think so. Shout out to Lokito for getting a stack. Guys, if you're just joining now, Chalk Friday deal is live. We're giving away free $100 bags of the chocolate powder, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, with the biggest discount Chalk has ever done in like 5 years. So listen to what they're doing. Chalk.com is the site. Quickly click it so you get bumped in for this deal. We're talking about detoxification, decalcification. We're talking about testosterone. We're talking about hormones, getting the microplastics out of your ball sack. I'm not joking. There's microplastics in even dogs' testicles, man. Our poor dogs, they got microplastics in their fucking balls. We're detoxing it with Chalk. We're taking superfoods. We're taking the Chad mode that has blue spirulina that binds to heavy metals, forever chemicals, free radicals, phthalates, microplastics, pesticides. 90% of Americans and Canadians, I'm sure as well, have glyphosate and atrazine in their blood. You need to be detoxing consistently, often, all the time, every day. It should be a thing. The deal is this. You go to chalk.com. You add any supplement or bundle into your cart. You apply the discount code 60life. That's a 60% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. Automatically, if you get a stack, a male or female stack, or your performance stack, which has the Chad mode in it, you get 60% off for life when you put that discount code on, and you get a $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order for free. If you get a single supplement, maybe you already chalk fried it up today buying other stuff, hopefully not. You get a single supplement with that code, it comes to like 20 something bucks, and you get a free $60 bottle of the Chalk 7 Wonders, the adaptogenic mushroom blend that has chaga, lion's mane, turkey tail, cordyceps. Look it on the site. Look first on the site what you'd be getting for free. If you get a stack, you get the chocolate. If you get a single supplement, or if you get a single Chad mode, which everyone really should try, the Chad mode is freaking amazing. It's so delicious. It's so cool. It's so freaking blue. It's the bluest drink you ever seen. If you get just one thing, you get a free $60 bottle of 7 Wonders. If you get a stack, you get the lit. You're going to want the lit. It's amazing. People are getting stacks right now for the price of a single bottle of Shilajit normally. Shout out to Navril, or Kyle too, but Navril too. But Kyle said, you guys, he said, I was about to say, I need this, or no. I love the lit powder, bro. I literally eat spoons of it. Dude, Kyle, that is one thing I noticed with the chocolate when I first got it, is that I can eat it by the spoon, dry. Like, it's like having a powdered chocolate bar in your mouth. It's freaking delicious, dude. Shout out to Kyle is shady, and he has Chad mode. He loves his Chad mode as well. And shout out to Navril. Navril, whose name backwards is Brandon. Oh, yeah, that's right. Look, guys, Navril's name is, it's not an anagram. It's called something else, but it's Brandon Slurvin. Slurvin. Shout out to Brandon, man. He said lip powder is delicious. I'm not joking, man. It is freaking delicious. Ceylon cinnamon, real salt, a pinch of real salt, coconut milk powder, and organic vanilla bean powder, and camu, or is it lucuma or camu? Camu, yes, and lucuma. I was right. 2 superfood herbs that have 1 billion pounds of vitamin C in them. Shocking. You will get that free if you get a stack, but make sure you use the code 60life. 60life, 60life. 60% off for life on your subscription, which you can cancel or modify at any time. But keep in mind, a lot of the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to make sure you get a consistent dose. Brandon hasn't tried the Chad mode. Dude, you know how they say there's no past or present, like it's only the eternal now. It's always now. Like right now is now, right? There's no now, later, now, yesterday. Like now is now. With that being said, if you haven't tried the Chad mode, and Chalk's doing 60% off freaking discount code and free Chalk, I would suggest strongly that if you need, as you say, the Chad mode, the time is now, dude. Get your ass to Chalk and fucking buy the, no, but really, dude, try the Chad mode. You'll freaking love it, dude. If you love the lit, the Chad mode is like, the Chad mode is the moon. The lit is the sun. I don't know. But it's just, they're just 2 beautiful powders, man. I love those 2 powders. They're the best powders in the freaking world, man. Hold on a second. What's this guy saying? Shout out to Butter, man. He is built different. Butter too, by the way. I'll talk to you later after Butter. Shout out to Butter, man. Yes. I talked to Steve the other day and mentioned making 1 scoop samples of Chad mode to give away. He said it's a great idea, so maybe that will happen. That is a good idea, Sonny. One scoop samples. That's a good idea, actually. That's a great idea. We used to have sample packs of the Action. Let me tell you something about Chalk, by the way. Dude, so you guys won't believe this. In like 2019, some guy was saying, oh, shout out to Alexander JS. He said, I just ordered the stack. Thanks. How do you get the free cacao? Alexander, congratulations, dude. The lit is getting added automatically to your order. So the shipping department, who is a Giga Chad beauty named Dustin, who you would, let me tell you about Dustin. He builds a bus as a motor home. He built a bus into a tiny home bus. The guy could sleep under a car, get a fire going to keep the oil pan warm, and fry a steak upside down in the wild. Like he is the guy packing your orders. He knows that if you get a stack right now, you're getting free lit. So you're getting free lit, Alexander. Shout out to Alexander. So just so you know, Alexander, in your stack, if you got the mail stack, I imagine. Yeah, Vitality stack. I didn't know if it could have been performance stack. But dude, you're getting something shocking, which is the ashwagandha, which you may have heard me mention the benefits, increases your sleep quality massively, 1,000 times better sleep. The Tomcat is going to surge your testosterone levels, and free and total testosterone, plus muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. And also, Alexander, The Chalk Daily, which was the first chalk product ever made, Chalk Daily, #1 supplement for men. Testosterone, sperm count, sperm motility, stimulates the production of new brain cells, has the shilajit, so detoxes. Freaking amazing. And it's clinically studied, and there's like 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So you just got something amazing. You invested in yourself. Shout out to Alexander Man and your free lit, which you're going to love. That means, I don't know how many more they're doing. Like, I guess we're getting close to midnight here, but make sure you put that $60% off discount, 60 life, and it's at chalk.com. And I do recommend getting a chat mode no matter what. You got to get a freaking chat mode. Now, I wanted to mention to Mr. which products can, apparently pets can take shilajit. People do that. I've never given my dog shilajit. I think if you just give them raw meat and like stuff like that, that should help them. They should be able to detox that way. But I don't know, look up like detox pets. Another thing is there's an agenda to weaken your pet's vibration with I sent this to my mom actually. Listen to this. Hold on a sec. Listen to this. Veterinarians tracked 5,000 dogs for 40 years. The ones who lived past 18 never got what vets sell to every pet owner. So you click this study, and the caption is, a veterinary researcher tracked lifespans of dogs across 15 breeds from 1980 to 2020. She expected dogs with regular vet care, injections, and premium food to live the longest. Instead, she found the opposite. The dogs that lived past 18 barely ever saw vets, ate raw food and scraps, and never got vaxxed. The ones with perfect vet compliance usually dead by 11. I'm sorry, dude. Big fucking surprise. You can imagine why that would be. I mean, it's an arm of basically big pharma, all the shit they got in there. You go into a vet, it's a freaking sterile. It's got the bright lights, the freaking fluorescent lights, like it's sterile. They're like nurses. Woo. But I don't mean to chirp. If you guys are a vet, like don't worry, I'm not roasting you, but it's kind of set up to profit, man. Like if I have my friend, the guy who, shoots a cow once in a while because he has cows and he eats them. His dog's outside literally only comes inside if it's -30. It like is trained to keep all the animals out of the crops. It eats literally whatever they didn't, like they keep it fed. It's not like sickly or anything. It gets fed. But it's outdoors its entire life. It's like 17 years old right now. Have you heard of a dog getting to 17 freaking years old, dude? So the lifespan we see when they say like, yeah, the dog's average lifespan is artificially lower than where it should be. Same thing with cats. They did that crazy study. You guys remember the cat study? We'll talk about it in a second. Dude, shout out to Swing who said the male Ultra Stack is where it's at, especially with 60% off. Shout out to Swing, man. You can get the male Ultra Stack for the price of, I don't know, like a single bottle of Shilajit with no code, full price. And you get the freebie included as well. It's freaking shocking, man. Now, the other thing is, Michael said, can you send a link for your Tides video? Yes, I can, Mr. Michael. Hold your horses. Shane Vibes tech support. Let me Google that for you. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Michael, man. I know I posted a bunch the last few days. I'm just feeling attuned to the vibrations, man. I got that Tides video I will say I do like it, man. I'm glad I made that. Like it's freaking crazy, man. Holy shit, it has 40,000 likes. So this went viral. Yeah, guys, the Tides is not from the moon either. That's bullshit. It's from something shocking. Here's the link to my Tides video. I don't know if you can copy and paste that or what. You could also DM me. I can send you the link there if that's better. But oh yeah, Sonny, it'll take like a few months, perhaps longer to for your dog to get really in tune with your new its new lifestyle at your house. So, but that's too bad, eh? Yeah, I had a dog that was like caged up in a basement for a lot of its life, like in the beginning of its life when it was a puppy. Idiots, man. And then, you know what? I went to Grenada. Everyone in Grenada has dogs Dude, their idea of having a dog is to get this beautiful pet, put it on a fucking iron chain jammed into the ground with a spike, and literally leave it there its entire life. They feed it, they water it, but it does not come off the chain. And these fucking dogs, you can see it in their eyes. They have gone insane. And I don't know what the hell is going on in all the people in Grenada. And I know a lot of like Central South America, like some places, like they just kind of see dog. They don't even know what they're looking at, and they see a fucking dog. But it's like it's horrible. And these dogs, they have that 1,000 yard stare like in their eyes. They clearly are have gone insane. And when one of those fucking things gets off its leash, if it ever does in its whole life, that's when you got to watch out for attacks. Like they're vicious fucking things because they went crazy. So, anyways, you gotta like yeah, walk your dog, maybe like pet it every once in a while. I know it's a crazy thought, but yeah. Anyway, so the dog that I had that was chained up in that basement for a while, was anxious for most of its life, but it was still a nice dog and everything. Hold on a second. Okay, someone just got an Irish moss. Congratulations to who just got an Irish moss. Just so you know, the Irish moss that we have is certified wildcrafted from Nova Scotia. It has the full matrix of minerals, whereas most Irish moss is farmed in the Caribbean. That same Caribbean. That's why I'm glad I went to Grenada too, because I saw how they grow Irish moss there. They farm it in these like nets in the bay where all the gray water from all their houses goes right into the ocean. So they're literally farming moss in like their shower water with all the chemicals and soaps and their washing machines and everything. It goes right into the bay where they're like they don't have a concept of like pollution, at least from what I saw. They must not if you're doing that. But anyway, so that's why our moss is from Nova Scotia, pristine cold waters. And by the way, I don't know if we've done like a deep dive on Irish moss, but it is a superfood. It's how the Irish survived the friggin' potato famine. Is that was one of the things they supplemented with, which was an agenda, by the way. Like that wasn't an accident. That was a plan to kill off a bunch of Irish. But anyways, my point is that congratulations to who just got the moss, and you're getting a free 7 Wonders in your order. So congratulations. This is the Chalk Friday blowout. 60% off for life on any subscription or bundle at chalk.com. Testosterone, detox, pineal gland, energy, fertility. If you use the code 60life on any subscription or bundle, you get 60% off for life. If you get a male or female stack or any performance stack or any vitality stack, you get a free $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia included in your order. Now, Michael, he said he's a pilot. Holy shit. Oh, wait. Michael with an A. Female. Oh, Michaela. Michaela. Fuck, I keep calling her Michael. Sorry, Michael. No, so anyways, Michaela, good question. Cool that you're a pilot, by the way. Wow. Oh, look. It's called a plane T. Yeah, planet is plane with a T on the end of it. It's as flat as far as I can see from any altitude I'm at. I had Flat Earth Dave on my podcast a while back. Wow, so you're a pilot. So hold on, are you a commercial pilot? Tell me, please. Um, no, so Michaela rather. The video I made, I mean, it wasn't a short, it was a reel, and I think it was almost 3 minutes. Um, but that is the video. I saw like a 1 minute video on it, which made me make that almost 3 minute video on it. But I don't know much. Like you'd have to like research like Mount Meru and stuff. That black rock they say that's at the middle of the North Pole that we can't go to. That is true, eh? Yo, Swing. That's so funny. Yeah. Do pilots talk about, hey, like how come as high up as we are, like the horizon is still completely flat? Like, and pilots don't have to adjust anything for curvature, right? Like picture this for a second. This is another reason why people think the earth is flat. When you take off from a plane, if the earth is spinning thousands of miles like per second, like as soon as you're off the ground, like the world would be like spinning underneath you, right? And then it flies and goes and lands. But as it's flying, the curve like is dropping, right? If they were just flying in a straight line, like if you took off from a plane, set your altitude for straight and flat, and you just went straight on a globe, eventually like the curve of the earth, you'd get farther and farther away, and then you'd be like flying off into space. Captain Walt is also a pilot, and he says it's 1,000% flat. That's true. Swing. Was he? Well, he was like a tank freaking commander, wasn't he? Guys, we have like veterans, special forces. Like we have freaking all kinds of people on the chat. You'd be shocked, man. Um, so the plane has to constantly like correct, or it doesn't constantly have to correct for the curvature. Yeah, and you're flying a plane. That's right. Yeah. Why do they call a plane a plane? Let's ask ChatGPT, this fucking AI. Hold on. Chat. Hold on a sec. Why do they call it a plane? Short for aeroplane. Okay, but that's still the plane part. Oh, shut the fuck up and listen to this. They call it a plane because it's short for aeroplane, British spelling, or airplane, American. The term aeroplane originally meant aero, which is air, and plane, a flat surface. We just cracked the flipping code, dude. Holy crappers. Uh, this kind of plane comes from the Latin planus, meaning flat. A geometric plane is totally flat, two-dimensional surface. No shit. Wow. That's crazy, Swing. I never thought about that one, eh? They call it a plane. They don't call it a aerosphere, an aero globe. They call it an aeroplane. You never thought of that, did you? Also, why does NASA say T minus? I meant to ask it this. Don't worry, I'm not sitting around talking to fucking ChatGPT all day. Do not do that. Okay, can this thing highlight properly? Come on, T minus there. Magnetic deviation. See, Michaela, that's something I don't even know. Okay, we need a 50-minute video on it. I just flew across the country in a warbird 4 times, so I'm deep in Maru and mudfloods and all things. That's so cool. I'm if you get a plane, so T minus is T stands for time. T minus means the time remaining before the launch. Okay. But NASA also means Satan because they say T minus. So there you go. Yo, you know what's funny, Swing? Do you remember when Grok malfunctioned the other day? Because here's the thing. Sometimes AI accidentally like for example, someone said, "What are the odds that like a guy like I think it was about something shocking that they told us the official story was so unbelievable. It was like, "Hey, what are the odds that like oh yeah, I asked it this. What are the odds of the Charlie Kirk movie, the Snake Eyes or whatever?" And I said, "What are the odds there is a movie that had this plot?" And I wrote all the details into chat. And I said, "What are the odds like of that happening?" Answer in one word. And chat said, astronomical. The odds of Charlie Kirk's shooting happening having been depicted in the movie Snake Eyes, which by the way, who is the first person who cracked the code on this movie from the 80s about Charlie Kirk? Like who? Like I'm imagining maybe someone has like a stack of DVDs. Charlie Kirk gets shot, and they're just chilling at home, and they're like, "Oh, let's watch an old movie." They pop this one in, and then they go, "Hold on a second, Kirkland, Charles Kirkland, Tyson, the executioner, he's shot in the neck." Blah blah blah. Like someone broke that story, and that is freaking cool. Whoever did that, pat you on the freaking back, man. Um, but anyway, so about the airplanes, I guess we haven't really talked about the Airbus thing yet. Basically, they're saying that, and this is another thing. I don't know if I believe in solar flares, to be honest. How do we know there's a solar flare? NASA. Can we see things getting ejected out of the side of the sun when you zoom in on them with a proper camera? Yes. Is that a flare that's solar, that's magnetic? I mean, there's probably magnetism involved, surely. But I don't know if I really believe in solar flares. I'm just being honest with you guys, based on all the other shit we've been lied to about. So, anyways, Airbus says, like, it's pretty shocking, actually. You wouldn't really want to get in a plane right now, to be honest. Hold on a sec. Airbus recalls 6,000 A320 jets globally after solar flares linked to a flight controls failures. Airbus issues warning to travelers flying on Airbus planes. Why are you going to warn the travelers? You might as well say, don't fly right now. Like, you're warning a traveler about a problem on this plane. Well, you know the reaction is, I don't want to fly on that fucking plane. So why would they even warn them? But because it's revealed that intense solar radiation may corrupt data critical to the functioning of flight controls. In other words, what you learn from that is you don't want to fly on an Airbus plane right now. But can you select? You know what they should do? They should select it so that when you're buying a ticket, you can see who your pilot is going to be and what plane it is. I think it might show you actually what plane it is, maybe on the ticket or whatever. But I think that would be cool. So yes, anyways, so I don't know. So are they gonna have some plane malfunction worldwide and then say it was a flare or something? Like, I don't know. Shout out to Selena. Selena, what's going on? Yo, Selena, just so you know, this is something I think you'll be pretty stoked about. Shout out to Swing, guys. A long time ago, like a few months ago, Swing from them in the chat donated, like bought, gifted a Chad mode to Selena. And then Selena paid it forward with like, you guys are doing like this underground chalk trading thing. It's incredible. But anyways, Selena, just so you know, tonight, and I haven't really mentioned this on Instagram with the whole deal and everything, we're giving 60% off lifetime discounts with the code 60life. And we're giving away free $100 bags of the chocolate powder, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which you know, Selena, all about. So you're getting, if you get a male or female stack or any stack at chalk.com with the code 60life, you get a free $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order automatically. If you get a single supplement, you get the free 7 Wonders, which is the adaptogenic mushroom blend from Chalk that has lion's mane, turkey tail, cordyceps, oyster, reishi, and maitake mushrooms in it. That's free if you get a single supplement, and you get a $100 bag of lit if you get a stack. So anyone on the fence who never tried Chalk before, but you want to detox, decalcify, boost your testosterone, boost your hormones, increase your fertility, check out chalk.com. Get that lifetime discount code. You can cancel or modify at any time. But keep in mind, a lot of the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get a consistent dose. But even taking it for 1 month is freaking great for you. The Chad mode, 1 scoop of this. They should measure like how much pesticides, heavy metals, and phthalates this pulls out with just 1 scoop. We should fund that study one day. I know, Aloha. Imagine you got on a plane and it's like, I would be nervous depending on a few things about getting on a plane. I would be, man. There's a couple things that make me nervous about it now. Yeah, that's true too. C.S. Murphy. Hey, welcome everyone new, by the way. Like, we got Zay on here, has never been here before, or maybe he has. C.S. Murphy, I may have seen before. We have Michaela, who is a pilot who has seen the Earth from as high as you can go and says it's flat as far as you can freaking see. My husband trained a guy to fly who was big in coronal mass ejection EMF stuff, and he said it's a matter of time before it takes down the grid. I would not be surprised if they don't use that. See, that's the thing, Michaela. I agree. Like, I have a book called Fake Catastrophes and Invisible Threats. Okay. And in this book, it goes over how many of the scariest things in our world today are things we cannot see, we cannot verify for ourselves, we cannot go to and check it out for ourselves. And he's basically insinuating it's fake. And among those is carbon, which you cannot see, you cannot measure it. The only evidence they give to that carbon emissions are too high is when there's a freak storm, or it's like 1 degree warmer on a summer day or 1 degree cold, like a weird weather event. This is climate change. This is because of the carbon. It's bullshit. Another one is polar bears. You're not going to go to the Arctic to check out how their populations are doing. And National Geographic has been exposed taking a picture of a polar bear after hibernation when it's super skinny, which they naturally do. And they said, like, it's because climate change, there's less food for them. Meanwhile, the natives who live in like the Northwest Territories and Northern Ontario where there is polar bears say there's like way too many polar bears right now. And it's like we got to start shooting them more because there's too many and they're coming into town looking for food. And another thing is it's a fake catastrophe that you can't go and see for yourself. The Great Barrier Reef and coral bleaching. Apparently, coral bleaching is part of its life cycle. But the notion that the oceans are bleaching because of a temperature raise and the Great Barrier Reef is, well, you can't go to I mean, you could obviously go to the reef, but like few people are driving all the way to that side of Australia, getting in a boat and going way the hell out into the ocean to check out the reef. So you would not know if it's bleached or not. Secondly, the warmest parts of the ocean have the most biodiversity. In like Indonesia, where the water temperature is the highest in the world, there is more plants and more animals. So the idea that a raise in temperatures even would be bad. I talked to the Amish who I get my raw milk from, and he's like, dude, all of us Amish know that climate change is bullshit. And if it was actually real and the world was warming, this would be great because we'd have a longer growing season. We'd be able to grow more food and like shit would be easier. So the big fear mongering of, oh, and I still remember, by the way, um, when school had a mandatory assembly to tell us all about what would happen every time each increment in global average temperatures going up 1 degree or whatever, how many things would die off. I remember they made us watch that. Another invisible catastrophe is I should have that book somewhere. But yeah, anyway, it was like about a bunch of the shit they scare us with are invisible and we can never see them. So that's why I think that the coronal mass injections thing, like, I don't know, man, like, is it gonna, they could just, dude, literally, like, I'm thinking if you're like a Rothschild right now, you could like flip a switch, turn the whole world grid off and be like, oh, it was a solar flare. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to really determine if anything's legit or not. Um, yeah, that's right. COVID was invisible. That's right, Aloha. Good point, dude. Yeah, scary virus. You can't see it. That's right, dude. 100%. Sunny says she's probably the oldest person here. Who else thinks they're the oldest person in here? Start putting your numbers of your age. Sunny might. In fact, Sunny, if I were you, I would feel like not proud. You don't want to have pride, obviously, but like I would feel cool about being the. It's like when you're in school, like who's the oldest kid in your class? Like, whoa, he's older. Like that's chill. You, if you are the oldest one in here, which you may not be, Sonny, you don't know if someone's watching who's 76. I do have several 80 people in their 80s who follow me. It shows me all my metrics. Um, and I would love to, they say as we discussed, like the elderly is who they want, like just to get rid of because they're like on their pension and how they treat the elderly is shocking, man. They really go in there and it's kind of like school because they follow the procedures of every medical procedure. They've axed the shit out of the elderly. And my poor Nan, man, she's 98. And they go in there and give her a freaking, she's like literally, I don't know how much longer she has. The last thing she needs right now is to be injected with like mercury and aluminum and aborted fetal cells and monkey kidney cells. But like, that's on the list. Like, need that. Don't want to. And my thing was during COVID, I'm like, dude, she's literally 98, 95, 6 years old or 94. So we're going to lock her down in her old folks' home so that we don't accidentally give her COVID and then she dies because she's old. But she could die any day. And I bet you if any of them had the wherewithal to say, hey, do you want to take a risk and see your family over like Christmas or stay in your room in your old folks' home and be safe. She would certainly, like, she's not, I don't think she's scared of dying, man. She's been around. She's been through the Great Depression, you know? So she would, but instead it was like, oh, like, everyone's doing it this way. We have to keep her safe. It's like, COVID, man. It's such bullshit. Shout out to Sunny. I like being in a chat with people who are battling over who's the oldest. Michaela, it's a great thing to be in. Shout out to Nail Girl. I think you've been on before, Nail Girl. I think I've seen your username before. Yo, congratulations. Hold on a sec. Dude, congratulations to Mr. Whoever just ordered a maximum performance stack. Someone just got a max performance stack, which is 2 Chad modes, 2 Tomcats, and an Action 2.0. They got it for 60% off for life on their subscription, which is insane. And they're getting a free chocolate powder. Congratulations to who just got the max stack at Chalk and gets their free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in their orders. And also, if you get a single supplement, you get the free Chalk 7 Wonders, which is the adaptogenic mushroom blend from Chalk, which massively boosts brain function and memory and concentration and focus. So congratulations to whoever just got that max stack, dude. You're going to freaking love it. And also, the Chad mode, take your first scoop. Try 1 scoop first. It's extremely strong, extremely powerful, and it's freaking delicious. And you're going to want to do like 10 scoops, but just start with 1, dude. Start with 1. And anyone else, whatchamacallit, who's on the fence, I don't know. I think they're going to be shutting this deal down in like 30 minutes. Like, I think at midnight it's done. So quickly go to chalk.com, put the coupon code 60life on any subscription or bundle. If you get a stack, you get a free lit. If you get a single supplement, you get a 7 Wonders. I recommend getting a stack because you're locking in a 60% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And you're getting it for like the price of a single bottle of Shilajit if it was full price. It's insane. So make sure you use that discount code. I just put it there, chalk.com. And I do recommend too, if you're getting one thing, let's say you just get the Shilajit, which is the #1 supplement for men and women, something energetically suggests you definitely need to check out the Chad mode too, because this is like my favorite from Chalk. Blue spirulina, organic caffeine, tart cherry extract, lemon juice powder. It's like a lemony thing. It's not like a blue Gatorade. It is bluer than blue Gatorade, but it doesn't taste like blue Gatorade. It's not as sweet. Some people sweeten it. I don't bother sweetening it. I like it just the way it is. It's freaking, it's like sour. It hits you, man. It's freaking amazing. Also, keep in mind too, we do need to roast energy drinks because they contain all kinds of crazy stuff in them, man. It's freaking shocking. Yo, shout out to Brazil Nuts, man. He said, yo, just made an account so I can drop a follow. Shout out to Brazil Nuts. And hey, make sure you turn on your live notifications too, Brazil. Shout out to Brazil Nuts. Brazil Nuts are good, but you're not supposed to have too many of them. Eh? It can like overdose you on selenium, apparently. Did you know that? Dude, shout out to Aloha and Swing. You know, the other thing that's crazy too is that when Amazon got in trouble because some company like tested like hundreds of supplements from Amazon and 80% of them contained less than 20% of the thing that it says on the bottle that should be in there. Do not buy any consumable from Amazon. It's freaking shocking, man. But with Chalk, you know, it's heavy metal tested, hot water purified, clinically studied, wildcrafted, organic. It's freaking amazing. Yeah, that's good too, Aloha. I did try it once with maple syrup, but something I really acquired the taste for it. Like, I love it just the way it is. Does hiding the truth in plain sight, hey, plain, swing, hiding the truth in plain sight, plain, flat earth. Does hiding the truth in plain sight somehow protect these peeps from eternal damnation? Apparently, dude, yes, Alexander. apparently the way it works is they I think I'm Brazil. Not sure you're supposed to think about it. I think that is exactly what it is. It's some type of karma thing where they think if they tell us secretly, it like saves them from like they told us they from their worldview with all these movies and TV shows and everything. Um, when they tell you they're doing it, they are free from a karmic catch up because they're like, we told you what we were doing, ding dong. You consented to it all. You know what I'm saying? So apparently that's how it works. Which that was the other that was it that made my dad eerie feeling because I showed him the Charlie Kirk Snake Eyes thing, and he like shook his head and he went, "That's fucking weird." Like weirdly, like it's more convenient or comfortable to think like everything's random and there's like a bit of corruption, but like it's not so organized and planned. So it's a bit of a shocking, uh, you know, thing to fathom that it's like this planned out like decades in advance. Like, yes, it's in, you know, yeah, I know it's an uncomfortable thought, but it does seem that they're doing it. Actually, Aloha, he said all supplements are not approved by the FDA out here in the US, and that's pretty scary. Dude, not quite, dude. The only thing that gets FDA approved is something that can be generally patented and then prescribed. They don't approve an FDA approval is not like a certification of like goodness. Now, just something to, you know, and people have a problem with some of that stuff, you know, the FDA and everything. Well, because I mean, how are they doing? If they're the food agency, how's the food supply going? Uh, pretty shit. So obviously they're doing a shit job. That's a good question. Smeeg said, "Who is they in your perspective?" I mean, dude, it depends. I mean, globalists, reptilians. There's something going on, man. I mean, all I know is that the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. That's the way they keep it there. So it's compartmentalized. Wow, good job. Nail Girl said that's shocking. I used to buy tons of supplements from Amazon. I don't anymore. Do you think that is some food products too? Not that I buy a lot from them on that stuff, but a few yicks. One time I bought these dates from Amazon and they must have been like 5 years old, man. They were rock freaking hard. And I had obviously opened them. And I'm like, dude, you guys got to refund me because these are shit. And they did. So that's good. But yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, I like to detox now that from all the stuff I used to eat. That's for sure. But I don't recommend, I mean, I don't think I buy any food from Amazon, but I don't like maybe there's some stuff that's chill. Like I'm sure if some legit like flour that's organic, it's like from the company and you're buying it from Amazon, that's probably fine. But like for example, the number one most popular female like prenatal in North America or in the US was this company was selling this prenatal. And when someone dug into this company that was making this prenatal, it came back to a residential address that was vacant. So it's a fake address. Shout out to Michaela. She said, I got to run longer video on tides, please. Oh, thank Michaela. I will put together something. I will try to do that 100%. Thank you for joining Michaela, who's a freaking pilot. That's so dope. Make sure your live notifications are on though, Michaela. Now, the other thing is that they found out anyway, this company was totally fake and it was and you know hundreds of thousands of women took this prenatal from a company that didn't really exist. They didn't even know what they were actually taking. So you got to watch out, man. Yeah, I know it is. I know, Nail Girl, I know. And it was I made a video on it. I said, look, this is the most it was trending and Amazon, you know, promoted it obviously. And in fact, there's a bit more to it. Like on their Instagram, they had a picture of like some flag that kind of looked like an American flag, but it actually is some like, I don't know, weird country out there in the middle of nowhere that only someone making the mistake because they're not American would accidentally use the wrong flag. And so, anyway, who knows? It was maybe Chinese or something, or Indian, or I don't know. Okay, hold on. Apparently a bunch of people are on the site right now. If you're on the site, this is the last call for the biggest deal Chalk has ever done. 60% off for life on any subscription or bundle. And you get a free $100 bag of chocolate powder. And you know what? We're going to extend that to single orders too. You could go get a single bottle of Shilajit with that code for like, I don't even know what it is. And you get a free lit. This is for this probably next 5 minutes. Because last I heard, we're supposed to only give lits to stacks, but you do get a lit if you get a single supplement. But if you get a stack, you will get a chocolate powder, organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, and a $60 bottle of the Seven Wonders. Only if you order like now with the code 60life. Make sure you apply that. Do not pay full price when we're doing 60% off for life, which they hadn't done since 2019, by the way. And you can pause, cancel, or modify your subscription at any time. You know, so we're gonna call it here. We're gonna extend it till midnight. So if you order in the next 20 minutes, you're getting freebies. DM me on Instagram to confirm what freebie you're getting. But no, if you order something, you're getting a freebie, and if you get a stack, you get the lit. Okay. This was a good live. Thank you all for joining. We'll be back live tomorrow. Much love, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. It'll be so lovely that we get gifted another day tomorrow when the sun rises. Man, every day is a gift. All right. So Soylent Green was a documentary. That's right. Okay. Much love, everyone. We'll see you on the next live. All right. Stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Come on.